Hello again. The past week what has been so far not that bad. It hasn't really been all that difficult. Well, okay, except for a few exceptions on days I was feeling incredibly shitty. Um, I'm trying to pick up good habits and also get rid of some bad old ones, but it takes time, a lot of time, and just 1 week is not, well, I guess maybe 2 weeks if I'm being extremely charitable, is not a long enough time to actually develop anything, especially when you're so inconsistent with how it works. Um, I am starting to adopt the schedule better at the very least, with it being around 2 to 3 weeks now. I am at least adopting it in a sense that I'm getting, at the very least, one of the tasks partially done or started on the day that they're set. Although typically a lot of the tasks I have set are smaller ones, so they're a lot easier to they're a lot easier to start and finish within 1 day. But as of today, I decided I'll ignore sticks because that's just not it's going to take a while, and as of right now we aren't putting the ones I've already put in a container somewhere else. So, if we're not going to get rid of them soon, it would just be easier to do the weeds, especially since, well, it's getting to the hottest part of summer. So the weeds are probably going to have a harder time surviving, and it'll be much easier to start just taking them out of the ground, especially since we shouldn't be getting rain for a while, at least not for the foreseeable future, at least. Um, so just trying to deal with that. There are a lot more than I intended because when they're in the back, I can't see them. So I made partially good progress, which is how I'm gonna try to, I guess, adapt my partial ones or the tasks I can't do in 1 day. I'll just instead get partially good progress, try to do it consistently every day, and then once it is done, I'll move on to something else. And I guess yard work like that is gonna happen more often, especially since summer is. I mean, it's the season of weeds, I guess. I really don't know. It's the season that we get the most weeds and end up pulling the most weeds anyway, or at least I end up pulling. I guess otherwise, I've been feeling okay. There really isn't anything too, I guess, mind blowing about this week in general. I guess that really is all I have to say. As far as, well, I mean, I was helping out, and I am practicing a form of impulse control. So hopefully I can gain some legitimate impulse control. And also, I I want to develop a bigger form of willpower and discipline, and I'm pretty sure that can help by going on a 90-day no porn challenge. I'm hoping it helps out a lot, and it works out. So it's just my goal. I want to develop a lot more willpower just in general. I think not even I think, I know it would be extremely helpful. So I'm hoping that, not necessarily that I get through the challenge, because 90 days is a massive undertaking, especially when you become addicted to something. But it's it's incredibly difficult when uh, when you've basically normalized it. Not only do you have to change your mindset, you literally have to rewire your brain to stop. I I find myself sitting in my room, just trying to fall asleep, and then boom, out of nowhere, the impulse is there. I'm glad I don't actually have any devices that could facilitate any of those impulses, but even then, I have to make sure I find a way of curbing it. So I somewhat have indulged in, I guess, exercising every now and then whenever the impulses happen. And one, it does feel nice. Although I would prefer to have a scheduled thing, but I don't have the discipline nor willpower to keep it up, as I've proven to myself multiple times before. Maybe if I either relapse and have to reboot again, or when I succeed, I can continue, or not continue, but actually establish just like basic stuff, just to have a good time and have a good energy waster too, considering I don't use very much of it a lot of the time. But I guess other than that, I really didn't have anything else I needed to speak of, so I'll see myself next time.